Welcome to the RiskAssure Solutions video tutorials. This segment focuses on the setting up vendors and equipment. Again, once you are in your corporate body where you're managing here, you come over to corporate body and you look at one of your locations and you click update. If you only have one location, you'll just click that one. In your equipment and vendors, you have two choices here. We can start with vendors if you'd like, and you can see that you can put in many different vendors and you can determine different types of vendors. They can be regular vendors or emergency vendors, whatever you will. Over here on the right side it says add vendor. You're going to click that. You're going to put in a unique name for the vendor and a vendor type, which selects actually from a pull down menu that you have control over. We'll show you that later in controlling your pull down or pick lists. You also can put a lot of vendor information in, whether they're a manufacturer, whether it's an emergency, all of their contact information, and you would save that. I'm going to cancel out of that, but if you click into a vendor that you've already set up, you can delete that vendor or you can edit the vendor and you'll see these screens show up. And you can then put more information in, less information, change a status, click them out of manufacturing, put them into emergency, whatever you wish there. Again, I'm going to cancel out of that. And you can see if I go back to all vendors, we can add vendors and as many as we like. These will show up later either in your emergency contacts or when you put equipment in, you can put different vendors in as well. For equipment, this is of course one of the most important features, since RiskAssure is doing all your equipment, logging it for any kind of purposes, just for general bookkeeping purposes, insurance coverage purposes, etc. You can put all kinds of equipment in here. There's a number of different ways. You can see that some equipment has been already placed in this sample, and you can also click on those and edit them if you wish. There's also active and inactive equipment. This has been inactivated, this piece of equipment, but it's still there with all of its records because you're going to have maintenance and repairs records with every piece of equipment. But let's start with your options for uploading equipment. First of all, you can add equipment, what they call a quick add. If you want to just have a list and you want to add them, it shows the acquired condition, what kind of department or program it's in, and this is controllable by you in the pick list and editing your pick list, any subcategories, any maintenance cycles you want for that equipment, an equipment name, an equipment code, any of these type of things, and you can click submit and you can add more rows to that. We, however, are simply going to not do it that way. You can also add equipment fully. If you wanted to say, I want to add equipment with a lot more choices, you can do that. Again, I'm going to cancel out of here. One of the easiest ways to do it is to import equipment. If you already have an existing Excel list of equipment, then you can download this file right here and actually conform your equipment to this sample CSV file and then import it from your computer. When you do that, along with all the instructions right over here for use of that template, when you do that, all of your equipment, if it's done correctly, will magically appear here and you can start editing it. Of course, you can click into any piece of equipment that once you've already set it up and you can edit that. You will see that all the equipment basics are here, all the things you've set up, and of course this is editable. The edit button is right over here. All of and you can see the status is here as well. You can see other equipment status, the condition, the value, the date it was last evaluated, the maintenance cycle, etc. Also, any maintenance that has been done on this, you can see a schedule of that. You can upload and download, upload and remove, I should say, documents and images. Here's a sample document, a sample image. You can remove those, upload it to attach it to this equipment. Any incidents or accidents that were associated with this piece of equipment. There's a Sally Rice injury that's associated with this AAI uneven bars set 1. So any accidents that are associated with it are hyperlinked to that. And of course, a history of anybody who changes anything is there. So I'm not going to change anything here, but if I wanted to, I could click Edit Equipment. And again, I could change any of the basics that are there. I'm going to cancel that because I don't need to. But you can see this running record for each and every piece of equipment that you have. Next, we'll go into equipment maintenance. But for right now, that's how you set up your vendors and equipment.